Recognize that things can change quickly. Sudden and unexpected changes or loss can happen at any time in our lives. When life feels overwhelming, it can be easy to fixate on what's missing. But there's a powerful shift in awareness that happens when we choose to focus on what we still have. The more you count your blessings, the less time you have to dwell on what you have lost. This isn't just a catchy phrase, it's a way to find peace, pulling us away from that grip of regret and reminds us of life's gifts, big and small. Let's explore how to transform loss and embrace a mindset of peace and healing. Hi there, and welcome to my channel, a space where we blend spiritual growth with deep personal transformation. If you're new here, then say hi in the comments below. And for those who've been here before, I very much appreciate you coming back. I'm Robin Plim, your guide and co-pilot on this journey, an introspective hypnosis practitioner, transformational coach, and author. If you're ready to explore new depths of self-awareness, don't forget to subscribe for more and visit my website or check out my book, Awake, Aware, Conscious, for even more inspiration. When life deals us setbacks, it's all too easy to fixate on what we've lost. But there's a powerful shift that can happen when we learn to count our blessings instead of dwelling on what's missing, and we can honestly say thank you for the experience. Sometimes it's only through loss that we recognize how truly blessed we are. So let's start with the science. When we intentionally focus on good in our lives, we're not just thinking happy thoughts, we're actually rewiring our brain. Now, research shows that gratitude releases serotonin and dopamine, two neurotransmitters linked to happiness and well-being. Now, over time, the brain creates new pathways that make it easier to access these positive states. Just the simple act when you feel stressed or overwhelmed of pausing for a moment and naming 3 things you're grateful for, you can step back from that emotional overwhelm. These can be simple things like a warm cup of tea, the sound of rain, a friend's support. It doesn't matter what it is, as long as they're things that you are grateful for in your life. By regularly practicing this, you reinforce those positive pathways that you're creating in your brain. Now, loss is a natural part of life, but dwelling on it can keep you stuck in the cycle of negative emotions, those lower survival emotions, the shame, the guilt, the apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, all of those lower vibrational emotions. Now, these feelings have their place, but if left unchecked, they can create a cycle that makes it difficult to move forward. We recently lost a loved one. That sudden and unexpected loss sent us into grief. All of the doubts, the fears that we could have done more, if only we'd done something different, all of the if, buts, and maybes. We got lost in our grief and the unfairness of it all. We lowered our vibration and got caught in those emotions. Now, it was only when we moved to gratitude of the time that we shared, even though that may have been cut short, it meant so much to us. The lessons, the experiences, and the emotions of love and joy, all higher vibrational frequencies. They had been an important part in our lives, and they would not be forgotten. So when those feelings of loss surface, acknowledge them. It's okay to feel that way. Give yourself some time to feel those feelings. But you don't want to get stuck here in these lower emotional states. Take some time to focus on something positive that you've gained. For example, if you're grieving the end of a relationship or that love of a lost one, acknowledge the pain, but then shift the focus to aspects of that relationship or that person that brought you joy or gratitude. Shift your memories to happier times and the gratitude you have for having had that experience. This balance of acknowledgement and gratitude gives you a way to respect your feelings without being overwhelmed by them. It creates a sense of peace and space as you start to recognize that while the loss exists, so do the blessings. Now, when our perspective shifts into an appreciation mindset for what we do have our lives become richer. By appreciating what you have now, you realize how much you have to be grateful for. Those friends, family, animals, places, and relationships that we often take for granted, assuming that they will be there and that we have more time. When you shift into gratitude, you will live a life of joy and abundance with no regrets. Shifting the mindset from loss to gratitude doesn't happen overnight, but with patience, you can train yourself to notice the blessings more easily. Now, when you do this, when you are in a better state of mind, you are more resilient to be able to bounce back when those unexpected losses and changes hits you the worst. When we are then able to say thank you for the experience, those raw emotions can change into something softer that we're able to move through. This process starts with awareness. Every time you find yourself dwelling on something you lack or have lost, pause and ask yourself, what's something in my life right now that I can appreciate? Or what's the positive I have learnt from this experience? Building a gratitude habit doesn't have to be complicated. So here are a few simple exercises and ways to make it part of your daily routine. So set a daily reminder on your phone to take a gratitude pause. When it goes off, look around and find 3 things you're grateful for in that moment. A morning gratitude list. Every morning before you get out of bed or when you're up, write down 3 things you're grateful for. These can be big or small, current or from the past. It's the same at the other end of the day. Before going to bed, think of one positive moment from the day and maybe write it down or say it out loud. Reflecting on this positivity can help you sleep more peacefully and sets a pattern of ending each day on a good note. And gratitude walks. When taking a walk, notice your surroundings and mentally express things you are grateful for. The things you see, the trees, the sunlight, the fresh air. It can be anything. Now, these small daily practices help create a habit of appreciation, training your mind to look for blessings naturally instead of focusing on what's missing. Over time, you'll notice an increase in positive emotions and a decrease in anxiety or resentment. A daily gratitude habit allows you to carry a sense of peace and satisfaction with you, no matter what is going on around you. Now, one of the most powerful ways to transform loss into peace is to use gratitude right in the middle of tough times. When you're feeling overwhelmed, angry, or sad, it's possible to find comfort in gratitude without dismissing your feelings. A quick grounding exercise is to take a few deep breaths, close your eyes, and focus on one thing you're thankful for right now. It could be something as simple as the loved one's support or even your ability to breathe deeply. Now, this creates an instant calm, even when emotions are high. You acknowledge the situation without letting it fully consume you, giving yourself a buffer of peace in the midst of difficulties. Keeping a gratitude journal is another one which you can deepen and appreciate your life's blessings. When you record your blessings regularly, you create a physical reminder of the abundance in your life that you can turn to anytime you need a boost. Simply begin by dedicating a notebook to gratitude. Every day or week, write down moments of appreciation. And then over time, this becomes a personal record that you can return to when things feel overwhelming. Now, this practice builds resilience. By regularly reminding yourself of all your blessings, you reinforce a mindset of gratitude, making it easier to stay positive during difficult times. The journal becomes a tool for strength and encourages when you need it most. Now, when you practice gratitude constantly, you gradually shift from a mindset of lack and scarcity, where there's never enough, to one of abundance, where blessings are plentiful. This change in perspective affects every part of your life, and it allows you to approach each day with a sense of peace and that resilience to make it through the day unaffected by what's happening around you. Now, at the end of each week or month, review your gratitude journal and reflect on the blessings you've recorded. You might notice a theme that's emerging and see how your perspective has evolved. Now, this reinforces the feelings of abundance again. You begin to see how full and supportive your life really is, even if you've experienced losses along the way. This mindset of abundance becomes a foundation for continuing peace and resilience. Counting blessings is more than a feel good exercise. It's a way to transform your relationship with loss, disappointment, and setbacks. By practicing gratitude, you create a strong, positive foundation that makes it easier to cope with challenges. The more you count your blessings, the less time you'll have to dwell on what you've lost. So embrace this journey and watch how your mindset, resilience, and your peace grows. So start today and notice the blessings around you. You may find that a whole new way of seeing the world unfolds for you. I hope this has been of help for you, particularly if you are stuck in those losses and any difficult times. Check out my other videos, and I very much appreciate you being here today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It means the world to me. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week.